Welcome to Retail Par Talks for the Saudi Retail Show. Today we have Danielle, the founding partner of GCC Capital Partners. Danielle, welcome to the show. Over to you for your brief introduction.
Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be in your show. So as you said, I'm Daniel Sanchez, GCC Capital Partners co-founder. So based in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia, and what we do with the GCC Capital Partners, we bridge business from around the world in different sectors. We connect them with investors, holdings, government entities, semi-government entities, private funds, to create the best environment for them and go for and bid together for the right projects. Either, for example, it's not just about giga projects in different sectors, it's also about retail. So which is a little bit more the focus today here. And we're helping different brands in terms of retail, not just for Saudi Arabia, but to market itself in the GCC region.
Yeah, so you have extensive experience in investments in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East, which is, it's like always a hot topic. So could you just give us like a snapshot of what's happening right now in Saudi Arabia and the broader region?
Yeah, well, it's amazing to be here. We're witnessing a rapid growth in the region, not just in Saudi Arabia, but in the full GCC countries. I just came from Kuwait, and wow, it's amazing also how to see like the transformation in terms mostly for construction. It's good, digitalization. But here in Saudi Arabia, you can witness it a little bit better because the main focus from the international perspective, it's put in Saudi Arabia. The full marketing that the government and the semi-government entities are creating around the world. Also, Emirates as a financial hub right now, it's attracting different kind of investment. So I guess, and there is something that we repeat in either the conferences or talking with our friends or colleagues. So for me, and it's a personal opinion, Middle East is the new Europe. So again, it's amazing to witnessing and experiencing all the transformation here.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. Like the Middle East is becoming a really dynamic region now. And Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, which is a major initiative aimed at diversifying the economy. How do you see foreign companies aligning with this vision, and what opportunities does it present?
Well, the opportunities that it presents are in different sectors. So as well in retail, and I'll say that in retail, like the investment, it's about on the market growth, it's about 200 billion up to like 2028, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So it means like here in the Middle East, the retail will become one of the most important sectors here, for not just for the next years, but maybe for the next 10, 15, 20 years. So it's gonna be huge in terms of investment. And each country here is aligned. Either countries here in the Middle East that are not Saudi Arabia are also aligned with the Vision 2030, because Vision 2030 doesn't mean only like a vision that only Saudi Arabia has to follow. And in terms of this, international companies should understand what does it mean, Vision 2030. Vision 2030 means a merge between technology, advance, and AI, digitalization, e-commerce, but also respecting the tradition, the identity for the Middle East. This is everybody when they see the concept of Vision 2030, they think about big giga projects, they think about tourism. So Vision 2030 also means to respect the values from the region. So that's the thing that first of all that the companies, international companies, should understand that we are going to the Middle East. There are values, there are tradition, there's religion, there's a different concept maybe from Europe or other regions around the world. So should be a commitment first, understand the needs from one side and the other side to create the best environment. So for example, in terms of how Saudi Arabia is creating the right path for the Vision 30, I would say that all the government investment in all the government marketing, all the Vision 2030 giga projects investments like NEOM, the Red Sea Global, Trojena, which is a new city for ski resorts. So Oxagon about logistics, the economic cities around the world, the investment in logistics, it's something else. So I live in Riyadh, so I experienced this in Riyadh with the King Salman Park projects, all the northern projects, KSA, the area. So this means Vision 2030, respecting the heritage here, at the same time evolving with the new technology.
Yeah, that's really great. Speaking of technology, AI and technology are they're reshaping everything. How do you think these advancements are blending with traditional and small retail businesses in the region?
Well, that's a hectic question, by the way. The AI and the digital transformation and technology, mostly when it's about the retail sector, it comes with I would say, like a huge importance in this field. Why? Because the retail sector is helping is the sector that helps more the values for the society. Why I say that? The retail sector merged with the most small and medium companies. So the small and medium companies, most of the time with these family values, like the family afford, that everybody's trying to launch their own company here in Saudi Arabia for food and beverage, for cosmetics. So for cultural, the taste for each food, KSA, everything. So it's kind of those small and medium companies. So we are, for example, protecting them or trying to protect them. There's a event. It's called also SMP Expo. So we are bringing the BU for SMP, the Saudi national product, around the GCC. Also, it's going to be soon internationally. So doing this. Protecting the retail and the small and medium companies through also the AI and technology, we're helping with the new generations, education with values, are helping those small and medium companies that creating and keeping the values for the next years. Because sometimes we're talking about those giga projects, but what really means identity in the region are the small and medium companies.
Yeah. Well, that's really interesting. And If we speak about the obstacles that foreign companies might encounter while entering Saudi Arabia, like what do you think are the main obstacles that they can face?
You mean the challenges?
Yeah, the challenges. Yes.
So, in terms of challenge, still like a gap in a cultural base topic. Foreign companies, when comes here, again, they should understand. We understand the needs of international companies. Most of the cases are obvious, but international companies should have a commitment in coming here. It's not just about to come and say I want to sell this or want to set up there. It should be a commitment with the region, with the values, and to be really to want to be part of this transformation. So the challenges they are facing are about still either the government right now is reducing some taxes to create the foreign the FDI, like foreign direct investment. They still some taxes that I guess maybe in the next year actually the government is doing a great job, a great transformation so fast. But we're still in the process of reducing some tax to attract the right investment. For example, in terms of retail, there are a lot of retail companies around the world that are facing around 20% of disadvantage with the local companies, which is the tax and I'll say also the cost of shipping everything here to Saudi Arabia. So it's could be around between 15 to 20%, or between, it depends on also the sector, between 10 and 15%. So it depends. So then we talk about the cultural sometimes adaptations that they have to make it here in the region. We talk also about the taxes and the digitalization that most of the companies right now are doing here in Saudi Arabia. Still, for the small and medium companies in retail, it's a challenge. The government is putting a lot of effort, to try to educate all those companies to understand what the importance of this challenge about the digital transformation, mostly in terms of e-commerce. So it takes a little bit time to merge this technology with the tradition and I would say traditional business. So, but it's gonna face it in the next years. But again, the most important issue that we are seeing from international companies is also that they compare each country. They think that each country in the Middle East is the same. So, for example, some companies are saying that it's about our experience. Say that we're already in Dubai, or we went to Dubai, so we know that we can do it great in Saudi Arabia. So, Saudi Arabia is very different than Dubai. It's very different than Qatar. It's very different than Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman. So you should understand the needs for each country. You should understand you have a plan for each country. Also, every company deserves their own due diligence. So that's more or less the insights that we have for those international perspective. And we always advise them it's very important to connect with the right partner here. It's very important to go with someone that understands how is the situation, can go with the right lawyers, the right financial corporation companies, and can beat or create the GV, the joint ventures, with the right holdings or the right investors to go for governmental. That's quite a difficult process at the beginning to understand for international companies, but it takes just a little bit time to let them understand.
Yeah, well, staying informed is definitely crucial. Looking ahead, what are your predictions for the investment climate in Saudi Arabia and the broader Middle East over the next few years?
Well, there's a continued transformation in the Middle East. Not going to stop in 5 or 10 years. It's a continued transformation in the next 20 years. We have to understand that Saudi Arabia took and is taking a big challenge. So it's not about the transformation. Saudi Arabia is changing the world. It's a new paradigm. So creating cities like the Line, or creating from the nowhere to Gina, Oxagon, different projects that just 10 years ago we were dream about that. So it requires time, and even I've seen some skeptical people that say like this process cannot be possible. I'll say that even if we reach the 70-80% of the vision, we already were going to change the world. So in terms of transformation, of course, in every personal life, in every situation, when you get out of the comfort zone, like Saudi is doing, we got like a lot of criticism from some people, some institutions that are fear about what the new development is doing. So they still not accepted the new paradigm of the situation. But the world needs countries like and challenges that like Saudi Arabia is facing right now. It means a constant development. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in the same pace and in the same place. So again, the Middle East is facing a big challenge, but even if we reach just a percentage of this challenge, gonna change this mentality and this paradigm of the passport, right?
Those are really fascinating things happening there. So speaking about events like Saudi Retail Show, like they seem quite pivotal. What do you think? How do you think that they impact the industry, and why are they important?
Well, Saudi Retail Show and, for example, the FII here also was happening a few months ago in Saudi Arabia, are very important for international business, retail perspective, and here also local business investors and retailers. We're talking that in the Saudi Retail Show, it's gonna be like around 4,000 decision makers. We talked also before about how it's gonna be the impact of the retail market here in the region. So with the 200 billion up to the 2028. I don't know, also for startups focusing in e-commerce, digitalization, technology. It's a big landscape for them, like to connect with investors, connect with different private and public entities here, for networking, to start to connect with the right partners. It's also good for the international business. And I would say that the Saudi Retail Show is very important for companies that also focus in the digitalization of the process. So they can connect directly with different retailers like Bin Dawood, Chess Bin Dawood and Danube, Lulu, Panda. All of them, they will be there. So it's gonna be a big opportunity to not to showcase itself, but to understand the GCC market.
Yeah. We hope that it turns out to be a great event in October. And thank you, Daniel, for sharing your insights with us today. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. And for our listeners, stay tuned for more episodes. Thank you.